We have just spent 7 unforgettable days sailing down the Caribbean Sea on our 35-foot sailboat, starting from Key West, Florida. We encountered everything from playful dolphins dancing at our bow to fierce storms nipping at our heels. From tranquil sunrises to breathtaking sunsets. Through the highs and the lows, we pressed onward until we have finally reached the refuge of our destination, Guatemala. All right, easy peasy check-in, and now we've got to make our way up the river. Since it's later in the afternoon, we are just gonna stop in this one little place called Cayo Komodo. I think that's how you say it. We actually anchored there as we left the last time we were here. But it's only a 2-hour sail up, or motor up, actually. I don't even know how many miles it is. 8 miles, so shouldn't take us long. But man, I'm exhausted. This is Rio Dulce, a river that has carved its way through the heart of Guatemala's untamed wilderness for thousands of years.
He looks like rock. It does look like rock. Broccoli and butter, yum. I can't wait to get some of the delicious Guatemalan veggies.
There is a wild beauty here that the open ocean can never offer. Out there, it's endless horizons and the ceaseless rhythm of the waves. But the Rio Dulce, it's alive with secrets. This river, stretching for 27 miles from the Caribbean Sea to Lake Isabel, is a passage into Guatemala's jungle where every bend tells a different story. Known as Sweet River, the Rio Dulce has been a sanctuary for sailors for centuries, from ancient Mayans to modern explorers. It is not just the scenery that's different, it's the air, thick with scent of tropical flowers and the rich earth. The sounds aren't of crashing waves, but of birds singing from the treetops and the gentle rustle of leaves as a warm breeze swoops through the jungle. It's hard to appreciate this place without being here because it is just so grand. I mean, I look in the camera and think, this doesn't even do it justice. It's so beautiful. You want to say something?
Welcome to the jungle where we got fun and games.
You're funny, Lovey.
Sometimes.
This river, once guarded fiercely against pirate invaders by Spanish soldiers, remains wild and untamed. It is a living corridor home to over 300 species of birds, from vibrant toucans to the great white heron. A wild sanctuary for the rare and elusive, manatees that glide silently through the murky depths, and jaguars that move like shadows along the banks. We enter a vast gorge with vertical limestone cliffs that rise up to 500 feet, that are remnants of an ancient coral reef from when these lands were still underwater, standing as a memory to a forgotten past.
So happy to be going up the Rio again. This place is just magical.
It's really beautiful. I mean, there's nothing else like it. I don't know. I mean, it's just so grand. It's so big. We just left the Bahamas and now we're here and it's humongous.
We really love the people here
Yeah.
too. It's just a great spot.
We will always say that the people are the ones that make our locations and why we end up going back to those locations. And also here, it's a super hurricane hole, which is a huge reason we're here.
Yeah, we're what, 12 miles up the river, and then we're tucked behind mountains. So even if a hurricane went through this area, it would be broken up before it did any damage.
It causes flooding. We've experienced flooding here, but
and
we're on a boat.
And there's some nasty thunderstorms
And
that roll
storms,
through, and but outside of that, it's perfect.
Yeah. And we've got some boat work to do, and it's a good place to do it here.
Yeah. Plus, we didn't get to explore the last time we were here. We did too much boat work, not enough playing. So we wanna balance that out a little bit better this time around.
Maybe see some volcanoes and go hiking and really get into the inland area because we just spent it in the Rio mainly. So yeah, we are about 1 nautical miles away from where we're gonna drop our anchor halfway, and then we have to continue tomorrow to where we're gonna be staging our, anchoring for the season. Finally, the sleep taco is making its way into sleep cuddle pit.
It's unfolding itself.
We have finally set anchor. We've kind of ate and showered and are getting ready for bed. It's gonna be probably a stormy night, but I don't care. After 7 days offshore with 3 to 5 hour sleep shifts, I think we're pretty rough, pretty tired. I think the one thing that most people think about when they go sailing is, how is it going to be like to sleep on anchor? How is it going to be like to sleep in the boat? I know that's what I was thinking. And probably because I don't sleep well, this guy has no issues. None. I, on the other hand, typically lay asleep at night, staring at the ceiling, going over to-do list, yada yada yadas. But I wish I could reach through the screen and give this to you guys. I have found the best sleep aid ever, and it is called Beam Dream. This is the pumpkin spice flavor. I'm actually excited. I haven't tried this one. My favorite is the hot brown, or the chocolate brownie. Beam is a hot chocolate, but it helps you go to sleep. I mean, legit sleep. Not the toss and a turn, please, please, please go to sleep sometime tonight, sleep and maybe doze off. No. When you go to sleep, you fall asleep and you stay asleep. It's honestly life-changing. The best thing I like about it, it's all natural, there's no weird ingredients, and it's better than any over-the-counter, under-the-counter prescriptions that I've ever had. I wake up not feeling groggy or like a zombie. I actually feel like I went to sleep. All right, taste testing the pumpkin spice. Ooh, tastes like fall. Ooh, wait. It tastes like a Red Hot, but without the spiciness. Yes. But I've been doing this to you guys for about 3 months now, a little over 3 months, I think. And my sleep, I just wish I could give you the feeling my sleep is so much better. I mean, even sailing down here, I was drinking it on our small shifts, and I was able to go to sleep as soon as I hit the pillow, and I did not wake up until Beau needed me to switch out shifts with him.
Yeah, which is rare, which was not the case every other sail.
No, yeah.
You'd always wake up with the slightest sound.
Yeah, it's very, very rare for me. Whew. So, to all of my fellow sleep-deprived humans out there, be sure to check this out. Beam is giving you guys early access to the largest sale ever. All you have to do is click the link in the description box below, or hit this QR code and enter our code Beau and Brandy, and you can receive up to 50% off. That is 2 bags for the price of 1. So be sure to stock up for those sleepless nights. And if you subscribe, you can get 20% off each month, plus free shipping and a free frother with your first order. That's hard to say. Clearly, this is a limited time offer, so be sure to click the link in the description box and you guys can thank me later. Guess I'll join him sleeping as soon as this kicks in. 6 years of living life on the move, sailing from one horizon to the next. It's a lifestyle where land is always temporary, and the only constant is the motion of the boat under our feet. Sailing full-time to different destinations means embracing a world that is ever-changing, unpredictable, and often unforgiving. Each new place brings its own challenges, its own beauty, and its own wear and tear on both us and our floating home.
Residue coming out of the shaft. Maybe that's the grease breaking down.
The sea takes its toll on any vessel, big or small, old or new, anchored or underway. Saltwater creeps into every seam, and every wave leaves its mark. In the cruising life, there's a saying, something's broken on your boat, you just don't know it yet. It's not a question of if, but when. Each mile sailed is another mile closer to the next repair, another piece that's given its all in the battle against the relentless power of the sea. We've done a lot to Saoirse to keep her afloat, to make her strong, to patch and replace what the sea has already claimed. But even after all of these years, there's always more to do. It's a price that we pay for a life that is raw, beautiful, and free. And that is one of the reasons we have come to the Rio. It's not just a sanctuary from the unending waves and winds of the ocean. It's a sailor's refuge. A place where you can drop anchor and reflect, where the calm of the jungle takes over from the ocean's crashing power. Here, in the calm embrace of the river, it's time to breathe, time to repair, and time to rebuild for our next adventure. The Rio is more than just a river. It's a haven where boats like Saoirse come to heal, where sailors prepare for the next chapter of their journey.
We are getting hauled out today. We're gonna putz over to Nanawana. It's a DIY boatyard here in the Rio. So we'll be able to get out and start prepping to do a bunch of work.
Just for reference, it's like 90% humidity and 180 degrees here. So being in the boatyard should be fun, but we have an AC unit. Hopefully it still works, but we don't have a very long distance to go. Just right over there. If you guys could leave us some good luck in the comments, it would only take us a month or 2 to be out in the yard, and that we don't find anything that we aren't already expecting. Am I lined up okay?
Yeah, you're fine. You're going to the, I think, the hard dock.
The hard dock.
You know where the catamaran was? All those boats were?
Yeah.
Not right here, but a little bit further in.
There's a little bit of a side current right here.
Maybe slow down.
Am I too close or am I good? Am I too close or am I good?
Good.
Just like this?
How goes it? Aquí?
Yeah?
Yeah, go further up. That's the bridge, I think. Past the bridge. Go further up.
I'm trying, hon.
I think that was the hardest part of this.
Now it's all up to them.
Yeah, now they're gonna come with a trailer and they'll throw some lines, position us in the center. We need to actually talk to Edgar, the yard manager, and see if we can't get raised higher so we can get access to our centerboard.
So we are getting taken out by a tractor, which personally we think is a little bit less stressful than having her sling around in slings.
Yeah, and suspended. At least here it's all, you know, it's pretty secure once
Yeah.
they get it set.
So there's a guy in the water who makes sure everything's blocked up right, and then they'll gently pull her out. Some of you may have wondered, why do you keep investing so much time and money into an old boat? Well, the answer is simple. She is our first love, and we'll continue to care for her as long as our hearts remain true. Now, a new chapter begins as we take on the next round of improvements.